Hello and welcome to VR Reviews. Today we're reviewing the Marvel Legends Blob series She-Hulk. So yes, here we have She-Hulk. She's like Hulk, except with breasts. She is probably one of my favorite older Hasbro figures that I've picked up so far, as she is actually pretty decent. Certainly not as bad as a lot of Hasbro's other older attempts. Now let's go ahead and zoom in for the articulation, sculpt paint details, all those sorts of things. Starting off with a quick size comparison, of course here we have She-Hulk. Here's our standard Marvel Legends 6-inch Protector and 3 3/4-inch Marvel Universe Wolverine. Of course, She-Hulk is quite a bit taller than a standard Marvel Legend, as well she should be. Being all hulked out generally makes you quite tall. And of course she is much bigger than a Marvel Universe figure. Now let's get the other two out of here and just look at She-Hulk. Moving on to our 360 spin, here you can see She-Hulk. She is mostly green, as she is mostly exposed skin. On her hands, she has open hands, which I would prefer some fists, honestly. At least one fist would have been nice, but I guess they're fine. And they have fingerless grayish-black gloves on them. Her body unitard thing, I think that's what those are called, is unitards, is white, and it has some metallic purple edging on it. It looks pretty nice. And then she has some strappy white shoe things. I don't know what kind of shoes those are, but they're white and they have straps on them. And that's pretty much it for her body detail. Nice musculature and everything, so she looks pretty good. Now let's go ahead and zoom in on her head sculpt. Head sculpt-wise, she's not amazing, but she's also not terrible, especially by some of Hasbro's older attempt standards. Just a fairly average-looking female face. Sure, her lips are painted a slightly darker green. Her eyes are painted reasonably well, although one of them looks a bit off, but it's not terribly noticeable. And her hair is dark green with some white dry brushing over that, so it looks pretty decent, and the sculpting on it's nice. So overall, she looks okay. Nothing special, but nothing too big to complain about. Let's go ahead and zoom out and look at some articulation. Articulation-wise, She-Hulk's pretty decent. The head is very limited by her massive hair. If not for that, it would be able to go up and down and side to side a bit more. Ball joint shoulders are actually ratcheted, in and out, forward and back. Hinge, rotation in the elbow. Ball joints on the wrist, those rotate and move in and out. Decent abdominal joint, forward and back. She has no waist cut or anything there, which is a bit annoying. Ball joint hips, in and out, forward and back. Thigh cut. Double jointed knees, and then hinge and rotation in the foot. So all in all, pretty nice articulation. Pretty much up to Hasbro's standards at the time. So she's perfectly acceptable. You can get her into plenty of poses. She's just missing some stuff that I would like for her to have. She-Hulk comes with no accessories except for her piece of Blob, so let's go ahead and look at that. She-Hulk comes with the Blob's breasts and neck area. It looks like the head would attach there and would just be sort of a rotation joint, and then would probably have ball joints there in the arms and in the waist here underneath. So yeah, pretty important piece if you want to have Blob. I don't currently have Blob, but he is on my list of Build-A-Figures to complete. Now that wraps it up for She-Hulk and all of her accessories, so let's move on to the packaging. Packaging-wise, She-Hulk comes in Hasbro's original standard for Marvel Legends packaging. It's a blister card. Nice picture of She-Hulk up here. Normally the Marvel Legends logo would be here, and then there'd be a bunch of pictures of She-Hulk down there on the side. Build-A-Figure Blob, She-Hulk. On the back, you get a little description, pictures of all the figures available, which are She-Hulk, Thor, Ultimate Wolverine, Jean Grey from the movie, Yellow Jacket, Zorn, Quicksilver, and Juggernaut from the movie, as well as the Build-A-Figure Blob. I have Thor, so I'll review him later, and I'll probably end up getting Quicksilver and Yellow Jacket at some point, as well as probably just buying the rest of the pieces from Blob. So hopefully one day I'll be reviewing those as well. While I may not like these as much as Toy Biz's original packaging or Marvel Legends' newer packaging nowadays, these are still good for in or out of package display. So yeah, She-Hulk. Alright, that wraps it up for She-Hulk, so until next time, goodbye!
Hello, you've just watched one of my videos. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed my videos. If you didn't, run away and never return. Also, feel free to check out my other channels, Venom Raptor for all my variety gaming content, and VR Reviews for reviews of various action figures and collectibles. Thank you, and goodbye.